convoy of gleaming, new Maserati Levante sport models were bombing northbound along Italy's A26 highway when we casually blew past a BMW X5M. The driver of the Beamer was apparently having none of it. Game on. The affronted German floored it by us, and our group of Italian stallions immediately gave chase. Each of us summoned every one of the 424 cavalinos from the Levante's potent twin-turbo 3.0-liter 6 in an effort to run down the mean-looking black M. We hung in for a while, pushing up toward the Maserati's 164 miles per hour top speed, until discretion became the better part of valor and we backed off. The BMW eventually disappeared, victory achieved. But the tete-a-tete proved one thing. The first of its kind 2017 Maserati Levante can get after it out on the open road. Short of a strangely shaking hood, it felt fully connected to the ground, composed at sustained high speeds, and plenty powerful. And although it doesn't quite have the brute force of an X5M, the Levante should prove every bit the match of its stated bogies, the X5 and Porsche Cayenne, short of the highest spec models. The Levante is the first SUV in the storied 100-plus-year history of Maserati. From CEO Harold Wester on down, there was the recognition that this had to happen for the brand to thrive, whether they liked it or not. They were also keenly aware the Levante had to be right out of the gate. There are no mulligans in the cutthroat luxury crossover market. It had to be unique, expressive, a true Maserati. To that end, the Levante was developed completely in-house, and will be built on a dedicated line at its Mirafiori, Italy, facility. Using the bones of a Ghibli sedan as the base, same goes for its power plant. The top-spec engine got minor intake, exhaust, and EQ updates. The front and rear suspension componentry were reworked to better fit the Levante's high-riding body. Consisting of a double wishbone setup at the front and a 5-arm, multi-link out back. Both ends also feature Maserati's electronically controlled skyhook shock damping system and anti-roll bars. Aluminum was deployed throughout the suspension and body shell to save weight and add stiffness to the 4,649-pound vehicle. Sounds heavy, but it's in line with similar spec X5S and Cayenne. Add to that a power-assisted hydraulic steering setup, the lowest drag coefficient in its class at 0.31 CD. A 50 hours 50 minutes weight distribution, and stout brakes with 6-piston Brembo binders up front that can stop the top-spec Levante S in as little as 113 feet, according to Maserati, and you have a rock-solid base with which to have some serious crossover-style fun. Oh, and if you're interested, the Levante can tow almost 6,000 pounds. Further building on that foundation is Maserati's Q4 all-wheel drive system, which comes standard on the Levante and has been optimized for SUV duty. The heavily rear-biased system is coupled with a first-in-class standard mechanical limited-slip rear differential. It features a transfer case bolted onto the back of the transmission and utilizes a multiplate wet clutch to help move torque from 100% rear to 50 hours 50 minutes front-rear axle depending on the traction situation. It works in concert with a torque vectoring system that further optimizes traction to the wheel or wheels with the most grip. But the biggest development specifically for the Levante and the biggest challenge for Maserati's engineers was the addition of an all-new air suspension system. Featuring 5 separate ride heights, plus a parking mode designed for easier ingress-egress, the system can raise or lower the car as much as 3.4 inches depending on the setting. There are 2 off-road and 2 sport mode settings with separate ride heights in addition to the normal setting. In the base sport setting, for example, the Levante lowers by 0.8 inch. Hit the button again, it lowers another 0.6 inch, and Skyhook further stiffens up the shocks. Sport mode also optimizes the transmission shift points, sharpens up the steering, and opens up the exhaust baffles for the full-throated Maserati falsetto. Once we got off the Italian autostrada and onto Fiat Chrysler's Balaco proving grounds, we had some time to get up close and personal with the Levante's exterior, cabin, and amenities. If there's one thing you can say about the exterior of the Levante, it's unique to the segment, at least from the front, with a massive concave grille designed to evoke Maseratis of yore. The LED and Bixenon headlight assemblies designed to look cat-like. Adaptive front lighting is an option, and of course, it's also going for a coupe-like look, with large rear haunches dominating the rear quarter area. We could do without the side portholes, and the fog lamp placement, but the skid plates add a touch of toughness. It's a design that's proven polarizing thus far, but people are talking about it, good, bad, or otherwise, and that's probably not a bad thing. There are 13 exterior colors, 3 unique to the Levante, and 3 rim options. Inside, there are 2 flavors, Sport and Luxury, the latter of which can be had with an upgraded, silkied-up interior styled by Maserati's partner Zenga. The S model we drove was swathed in attractive, high-quality leather and one of several wood trim options. Carbon fiber is an option, and a total of 28 color combos are available. Up front, the 12-way power seats were relatively supportive and the cockpit felt roomy enough, with a ride height that felt more sedan than SUV-like. In the second row, 6-footers will be a little snug, but there's just enough leg and headroom to keep from feeling claustrophobic. With the 60 hours 40 minutes rear seats up and the parcel shelf in place, the Levante can hold 19.4 cubic feet of cargo. With them down, it opens up to 57 cubes. The 8.4-inch Navi infotainment touchscreen is complemented by a rotary dial setup which seemed like a bit of an afterthought placed just behind the BM-style push-pull gearshift lever and to the right of the row of vehicle setting buttons. The instrument panel is attractive, as is its multifunction, color center display. On the safety side, there are multitude of standard and available features, including a trick, full surround view camera with multiple views, lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise with the stop and go feature, and forward collision assist with braking. Our interior poke and prod over, it was time for the highlight of the day, hot laps. Balaco has miles and miles of test tracks across the expansive facility, and we headed out to one of its most challenging circuits to get after it in the Levante. With a 5.0-second to 60 mph time, the top-spec Levante S isn't explosively fast, but once underway it proved plenty powerful. Its responsive and sharp-shifting drive 8-speed auto easily handled the cog-swapping duties. We went hard in normal mode for a lap, experiencing a predictable amount lean. But on succeeding laps we tapped the sport button twice and things got way more interesting, sharper, with much less roll and pitch. The Maserati peeps we spoke with were incredibly proud of the fact that the Levante Sport mode offers the driver a wide latitude before any nannies start to wrap your knuckles, not so subtly hinting that its competitors were more restrictive. Indeed, we never experienced any cutdown on our flying laps. Then we got in with Maserati project engineering manager Federico Landini, who also serves as one of the brand's resident hot shoes. Whoa! Landini absolutely shredded the track, wheeling the Levante with ferocity, doing things a 4,600-pound SUV shouldn't be capable of doing. After our ride on the wild side, Landini was keen to take us to another area he wanted us to experience, the off-road track. Western Company freely admitted that only a tiny sliver of Levante owners will ever even sniff the dirt, but that didn't stop Maserati from developing a fully capable system, just in case. Hit the button once, and the Levante lifts an inch above its normal height. Hit it again, and it lifts another 0.6 inches. Over a route with areas designed to get a wheel in the air as a test of its torque vectoring system, a water-fording pond, rocks, ruts, and steep up and downhill descents further aided by hill descent mode, the Levante handled its business without breaking a sweat. You'll probably never use it, but it's there for the chic in Dubai looking to crest a monster dune, or a weekend warrior off to the cabin a ways down a rutted-out track. We spent our entire time with the Levante S, which will start at $83,000. Maserati wouldn't divulge the destination charge. There will also be base model Levante for the US with a detuned version of the 3.0-liter 6 rated at 345 horsepower, 060 miles per hour, time of 5.8 seconds. Top speed of 156 miles per hour, and a braking distance of 118 feet for $72,000. Respectable numbers. Maserati is hoping to sell around 30,000 Levants a year worldwide, which would account for roughly half of its volume, with about 25% of that number estimated for the US market when the Levant gets here this October. It will be interesting to see whether being the Maserati of SUVs will be enough for it to chase down the X5 and Cayenne. 2017 Maserati Levant specifications on sale. October price, $72,000 $83,000 bases estate engine, 3.0 liters twin-turbo 24-valve V6 345 HP at 5,750 revolutions per minute, 369 lb-ft at 4,500 revolutions per minute, 3.0 liters twin-turbo 24-valve V6 424 HP at 5,750 revolutions per minute, 428 lb-ft at 5,000 revolutions per minute. Transmission, 8-speed automatic layout, 4-door, 5-passenger, front engine, AWD SUV. EPA mileage, NA LXWXH, 197.0 by 85.0 by 66.1 in wheelbase, 118.3 in weight, 4,649 pounds. 060 miles per hour, 85.0 seconds. Bases top speed, 156,164 miles per hour. Bases show more.